How many kitties do you see? It's a pile of kitties. They're staying warm. This is their winter survival mode. And we had to put a quilt on our nice chair because the animals insist on sitting in these chairs. They just absolutely love this chair, especially mainly because it's sitting up above the heat vent here on the floor. And the heat goes under the chair, keeps the kitties warm. It has been a tough winter for everyone I know all over the world. It's been really tough, and my heart just breaks for people down south because they're experiencing some of the problems we've had in our homes in the winter up here. And now it's grooming time because they know they're being watched by you guys and they want to appear clean and wonderful. I'm making a little coffee and the dogs are outside playing. They actually don't mind the winter at all. They play hard together. Sometimes they actually start panting. I bring them in if they ever shiver because it's not nice to leave pets outside when they get too cold because it could harm their immune system. Anyway, my heart breaks for the people down south that have had damages mainly from water. And if you have cold weather heading toward you and your house isn't protected for it, the first thing to do is shut off that water and drain your lines. And I might even do a how-to video on that. But for now, I'm just going to say that even though we're used to winter weather here in Minnesota, this house, both of our homes, the lake home and here, have had some damage this year. Not like they've had down south. My heart just breaks for the people who've had water damage because I've been there. Karen and I had a house that we were trying to sell up north several years ago, and the furnace froze up. It was an old oil burning furnace, and the pipes in the walls burst and in the ceiling, and they were frozen solid when we got there. The house was like 10 degrees and every single pipe in the house burst. And as we thawed that house out, water flowed in the walls. But that was several years ago. This year we've had it pretty good, even though we've actually gotten down to minus 38. And that's Fahrenheit, and that's not with wind chill factor. Wind chill made it more like 98 below. But it doesn't matter for an unheated wind chill only affects a heated surface like a human body. So wind chill doesn't really matter, although it makes it harder to heat your home. We do have some cracks, although the cracks happen every year, but this year they're a lot larger. Our house foundation is shifting this way and out because the ground is frozen so deep. I don't even know how deep it is, but as the ground freezes deeper, it pulls your foundation away. And so we've gotten cracks where I've never seen cracks before. That's normal up there. And our house makes loud popping sounds at night. Our security camera even alerts me because it thinks that there's an intruder. Check it out. I've never had a crack there before. So you could say this weather cracks me up. Not really. I'm not amused this year, but I'm not complaining because we are used to winter weather. Look at that. The dogs are outside. They're not even shivering. They just got done playing, and it's quite windy out. It's nice and sunny out. Feels good. But yeah, we've had 38 below one night. Most nights were 33 below lately, and that's not normal. Not normal for us, even in Minnesota. So the cats are just in a tight ball, snuggling up. We had the furnace at the lake place. When I was in another state traveling, the furnace quit, and it's a brand new furnace. And the problem was the ground fault system. Something tripped the ground fault and shut off the furnace. But we did not have damage because I caught it in time. We have had a water line freeze at the lake, and it was basically when you have a sink in the winter and cold air pools underneath, you would want to open this up to let the room air go in and keep that from freezing the pipes, because the pipes are very close to the wall. And you can see here that would be easy for that to freeze. and then it bursts. So if you're, well, I'm going to do a how-to video another time, but if you think that water in your house is about to freeze, you can turn on your tap and just let it drip. Now that might cost you some money. And in our lake home, the city has ordered everyone to do this until spring. So right now I have water running in my studio and in the house there, like this, until spring. I'll show you some clips of that. But it's crazy because the city system might freeze up, and so they want to avoid damage to the city system, and they're going to reimburse our bill so that we don't have to pay for all that water. It's just a protective measure that's unusual, but sometimes you got to do unusual things for unusual weather. How are you guys doing? I hope you're staying warm like the cats. If you're not, then you got to snuggle into a pile of kitties. If my hands are cold, I just put them underneath. To Mason's amazement, there. Oh, that's so warm in there. Yeah, that's a ball of kitties. Yeah, you're a good boy, aren't you? Well, I'm not here to complain about the cold or my house. We're surviving. I actually went cross-country skiing the other day. I'll show you some clips of that. We really haven't had much damage other than the cracks, but that's easy to put some caulking in there in the summer. Basically, you just leave it alone for now. I don't even think air is leaking into the house because it's still insulated. Ooh, did you hear that? The house just cracked again. That's crazy. Yeah, it's cracking again. I don't feel much cold air. There's a little bit coming in, kind of like an air conditioner. Oh, we've had rolling blackouts here too because they're diverting power down south. And I guess it would be easy to complain about that, but I'm not going to complain because I've been there with the damage of the house. And I hope that everything that people can do to help others to avoid or mitigate that damage is very important, because it's the lowest point in my life was when we had our house freeze up completely, and it was thousands of dollars of damage. Yeah. Hi, buddy. Mason actually is allowing belly rubs now as he gets older. Can you believe that? Can you touch your cat's belly? This is Coda back here. He's the oldest. I don't know if he's the wisest. I think Mason's pretty smart, but Coda's rather simple, but he's very full of love, aren't you, buddy? Yeah, he likes that. Right there. Just put the palm of your hand right up to his cheek, and then you scratch back on the neck. Mason wears a collar because he used to be prone to running outside. That hasn't happened lately because I now have the dogs trained to chase him back to the house. It works like a charm. And this is Koho, our youngest boy. Koho means bobber in the Finnish language because he plays with bobbers at the lake. He likes how they roll and make weird circles. Yeah, look at that. And Coda is the most caring, loving cat. He takes good care of the other boys. Yeah. Don't do that. His head will freeze. No, our house isn't below freezing. Not at the moment, anyway. It's been a good year, even though it's really cold. It's sunny. I'll give you that. Oh, yeah, you like that, don't you? Karen's got an antique store going. We're going to show you that in a specific video where we tell you the story. But basically, she opened up a booth at a place in Fargo where she sells her antiques. And we're keeping this stuff. This stuff is ours. She says I'm a keeper, so she's not going to sell me at the antique store, even though I am an antique. I'm an antique. If I was an auntie, you could call me Auntie Q. Dad jokes. Yes, dad jokes. Kitties. Look at how his little feet are curled up. He always keeps them like that. Mason sleeps right on my shoulder at night. These cats bring lots of joy, but they're not very active today. That's it. That's all they do all day long until the warmer weather comes. Then we turn on the air conditioner, and then they're back there again doing the same thing because they hate the air conditioner. They're waiting for the sun to shine in the windows, but right now, this time of day, we don't have any windows where the sun shines in. And the sun sets so early. But that's okay. It's getting lighter every day. Kara, Rika, hi, good girls. Want to come in where it's warm? They actually prefer being outside to play. Yeah, hi, girl. That's a nice sigh. Yeah, you're relaxed, aren't you? I love that sound when an animal gives that relaxing sigh. Oh yeah, you gotta give the kitties a little loving. Rika's gotta rile up Coho because they know that Coho is the one who tolerates them the most. Actually, so does Coda. Coda just sits there. But I think Coho is more fun because Coho will actually play with them. You can see he's thinking about it. Yeah, are you gonna still in the romping mode? For now, we're just staying warm in the house and getting exercise by going out cross-country skiing on the lake. I'll take you out. Let's go check it out. Love this. Cardio. Cruising around the lake. All by myself. The ice is nice and thick. It's so warm out. I wore gloves. It is 45 degrees. Going for about 35 minutes. This is better than a track or a gym because I'm getting this beautiful sunshine, nice fresh air, no mask required out here. This is health, you guys. Minnesota. Love the snow. Love the 4 seasons. The dogs love it too. They're actually overheated. They're panting as they run. Come on, girls! Look at how happy they are. That's a happy dog. Mason's favorite way to be caressed is to put the palm of your hand alongside his face and then dig your fingers in behind his ears, right on the collar line, and just scratch. He just leans into that. He loves the warmth of my hand. He loves the scratch of the neck. Oh yeah, you love that, don't you, buddy? He shuts his eyes because it's so good. Yes, it's so good. What a good boy. You're kind of a sleepy guy today. You're in your winter mode, aren't you? He was up all night chasing things, and he's sleeping all day so that as soon as I crawl into bed, he can get hyper. Yeah, you know you're cute. And he's sitting right next to Coda. And Coda's just, as you guys have been watching my videos long enough to know that Coda's primary function is to hold the couch or the chair down. He yawns once in a while. Don't burn calories, buddy. You wouldn't want to burn up any calories. Your job is to keep that chair warm. Yeah. Yeah. But you're a loving cat, aren't you? Yes. Yes, a good boy. Mason, someday it'll be summer. The sun is not out today, so Mason's even more docile than usual. Yeah. You meowed. You want the sun to come out? Would that make you happy? I would be very happy to see the sun. I'd like to see the sun come and melt all this snow. February is the time where it's getting easy to be totally sick of winter. Because now we just get this dirty snow that's been here forever and ice on the roads. Nothing on the trees. Not many birds to watch. Yeah. Not even for Mason. He doesn't even sit in the window and watch birds anymore because there's just not that many around. We get our winter birds. What do you have in your window for winter birds? That's what I want to know. What do you have outside your window? What do you watch? What do you try to attract? How can I attract cardinals to my yard? I had some last winter, and we occasionally see a pair of cardinals around here this year, but I'm thinking it's black sunflower seeds, which are expensive. A 50-pound bag is $42 or more. Yeah, with tax, I guess. Shouldn't have to pay tax on birdseed, honestly. But whatever. I guess it is what it is. And we're feeding the... pet food should not be taxed either, in my opinion. But, you know what? Instead of complaining about it, I'll just write to my senators. Not that they even care, but I can make my action and then it's out of my hands. I've done my part. Yeah. Where's your brother? Where's Coho? I bet he's under here. Yes! I guessed it right. So he sits under here, and then he bonks this blanket to incite the dogs into a wrestling match. And they play with each other. So I think Coho enjoys that. Don't you, buddy? What? You're going to reach out and sniff something? These cats are so dormant in the winter. I mean, look at that. Cute, but dormant. You guys should get up and run around a little bit. What do you think? Can I touch your belly? Yeah. So we set the doggy bed by the window just for a little bit while we're cleaning. Because it usually sits over by the fireplace. Well, that's where the sun is. And we came home from the store. And this is where the cats are having a major siesta. Good morning, Mason. You are snoring. Yeah, these are happy kitties. They love being at the lake. They're playing all night long. Woke up about 5 times. Woke up the dogs, but here they are sleeping during the daylight hours.